Alright, we made it to Fort Lauderdale. We spent the night on the fuel dock at Harbortown Marina, and now the guys from Just Cats are moving the boat. We're heading into Just Cats to get the work done. Yay!
Yay!
Heading out on our own with our hope in the clouds, and we're starting to see that we're onto something. Feel it coming, we'll keep running, nothing in our way. We got what it takes. Here we go, with the sunlight on our skin. It's a brand new day, it's ours to take, and we will let it in. This is where the adventure begins.
After a night of sleeping by the airport all night and hearing planes go off every like 3 minutes, but we were so exhausted I think we all just like passed out.
Yeah, 8D is the group size.
Finally get to move the batteries out of the salon.
Finally, we get
Here,
more
can you carry that for me? Ready?
Ah, that's heavy.
So Rob and Davis and I have been to Harbortown Marina so many times in the past 7 years. Like after boat shows, we come walk the docks, or we met Zatara in the Winds, I think in 2020, because they had a talk thing back here at the marina. So it's so cool to actually be here.
Davis is happy because we shipped some Amazon stuff here and he's picking it all up.
Got my new case.
Yeah.
Well, we're going to go ahead and have the solar panels wired by Just Cats as well.
We sat with Laurent for, I don't know, 20, 30 minutes.
Yeah.
He is a wealth of information.
I'm telling you guys, if you need work done on a leopard catamaran or any catamaran, come to Just
come
Cats.
here. Just don't try to do it yourself.
Just
Don't
pay the
try to
money,
save
get it
money.
done, and go enjoy your boat.
So it feels weird getting back on our boat. We have to cross another boat to get onto, how do we do this? Oh. To get onto our boat where we are docked here at Just Cats.
So we jumped over to SunPower here, and they are grabbing us an alternator and a starter, so we have spares just in case we need one. Stock alternator. I'm gonna seal that puppy up just in case we need one later on.
Thank you.
The inverter has arrived.
Oh, I see her.
Oh, you're right there. So the coolest thing just happened. Michelle Raposa, who didn't even sell us our boat, she initially took us, when we were told, the moorings told us that all the 45s were spoken for, we reached out to Michelle. She showed us 3 boats. We put an offer in on one, didn't even end up buying one through her. And they just came by, her sister came by, that we saw her last year and she was pregnant, now our daughter's a year, but they dropped off shirts for us, boxed off goodies, and we didn't even buy a boat from them. So if you guys need a broker in Fort Lauderdale, like Michelle Raposa, if you want like amazing customer service, like they are your team.
Oh my gosh, that's nice. You look over here, we got batteries!
Yay! And we get power for tonight and water for tonight. Yay! What are you dancing for?
I have no idea.
You're just happy to have water
Yeah.
and lights, and we can cook dinner.
And I can charge your phone.
Woo! What are you doing?
Huh?
What are you doing?
I'm taking off the furling line so we can run a new furling line. So I want to get it done before we leave here, and maybe some other lines as well.
Get all of our lines, our new rigging that we bought, get all that installed.
Yep.
Davis wants to show you his new addition to his boat.
So, I like this. I just like,
He's just a boy who likes buttons to push and keys to play with. So he now has a new toy to play with in his room.
yeah.
So we got power tonight. They got one battery connected to our 12-volt system. So we flush toilets and stuff. And
So no Instapot?
No Instapot. But I've got that run, so we can run it off of that.
Ooh, okay.
So we can do the Instapot here, but we just can't do big power stuff on the boat.
Kind of feel like we have a little fire hazard here. Since we only have one battery and shore power, I don't know, we kind of have all these like extension cords. I don't think that's fire code approved. So Rob has assured me if I plug one thing into this power cord, I'll be good.
The dock.
It's going to the dock.
So it should be fine.
So we're not going to blow up.
30 amps.
So we're not going to blow up?
No. See?
Okay. Alright. It's promptly 8 a.m. on day 2 and they're already on the boat. So that's really good news.
Yay.
It's nice to have people in the marine industry that actually show up on time
And get things done.
and get things done. So we'll see what goes on today. Davis is outside making new friends. Our electric setup today is Rob just boiled water. So I'm gonna unplug the kettle and plug in the waffle maker so I can make waffles.
So while we're here at Just Cats in Harbortown Marina, Shannon is shining up the bright work on the boat.
Not shining up. I'm told Nico, our surveyor, said that rust is like a cancer. So if you don't get it and take care of it, or like tooth decay, then it's just going to get worse and worse. So while I'm waiting on Davis to start his schoolwork or come help me do this, or we go to the laundry, I'm trying to do something.
So how do you get your kids to start homeschooling or help you with work? What happened?
What you smiling at?
Did you lose power to your room?
What you smiling at?
All right, we gotta start school.
Hey. I just grabbed some more tools because I have to take the roller furler, the bottom of it apart in order to change out the furling line. So it's a lot more work than I thought it was going to be. All right, so this is a Pro Furl C420 that came with the boat. We wanted to change out the furling line. So the furling line is actually connected.
Because it's quite stiff.
It was quite stiff. It's now cut. So there's no choice. We got to change it. So you can't. If you can see down here, poke right there. So it goes into the drum, inside the drum, and it's tied off inside. Problem is, there's these two screws right here, over here. These two screws over here have basically fused themselves to the nut on the inside of this thing, and all they do is spin. So I can't get it on, I can't get it back off. I got this side off, but I can't get this side off. So my workaround, I think, is going to go ahead and drill a hole through the top of this drum to insert the new furling line here and do the furling for now. This is a special order drum. It's probably going to take us weeks to get it. So we'll probably have to have it shipped to the house and then...
To what house?
To our house.
To Mom's?
To Mom's.
So our little inverter that we just took out is right there, that little thing.
2,000 watts.
And the new one we're putting in
5,000 watts.
is that big boy.
Power, power, power.
So the washing machine and laundry here at Harbortown is only $1 each. So we're gonna take advantage of that and go do some more laundry. We're gonna run up to the office and get some more Amazon packages, and Rob's gonna take a shower because he still is not taking a shower on the boat. Holy freak, this dude just jumped out in front of me and scared the living crap out of me. Just stay there. No. Oh my Jiminy Christmas. Yes, we have a washing machine on our boat, but when laundry is $1, we're gonna do it here. Because I can dry. And again, this eco rag is pretty amazing. Is that the color Victron battery monitor?
Yes.
Yay!
So just got off the phone with Robert at Parker and
For the Watermaker.
For the Watermaker. So, but he did recommend, based on the TDS, that we get a new membrane. So hopefully we're gonna go and I'll talk to Beard and see what the pricing is and how long it takes to get them and everything else, and we should be able to good to go.
So we're walking out of Just Cats, going down to catch an Uber, and someone comes up, they're like, hey, we know you. And they met Davis. They were at a sister marina, like the marina right across from the harbor from us, in Jacksonville. So I guess last week, but they knew Davis from hanging out at the office over there. So kind of crazy. Davis is famous in Fort Lauderdale. Everywhere he goes, the kid knows people.
Jacksonville.
If you need anything in Fort Lauderdale, this hardware store is amazing for sailing stuff. Well, not blocks, but other stuff. We are back to walking again. Now we're in Fort Lauderdale. We just went to the marine, tool supply place. Then we went to Beard Marine, but now we're not sure if we need a membrane. Fun. This is our first experience without having a car and having to get around a place.
Walk and Uber.
Walk and Uber.
I am drilling out. I just drilled out this part, the drum, because there's little inserts in there that the screws fit into were stripped. You can see that right there. And I'm securing this so this doesn't fly out while the wind's blowing, and I'm going to work on getting this fixed, and then we can rig the new furling line. Alright, so we've successfully restrung our furling line. That project is done. We're going to move on now to our Parasailor. Get that taken care of today. So I'm putting a soft shackle on the sail, on the top of the sail. I've got the red stripe on the bag here, red stripe on the sail here. I've matched that up, so when it comes and we lift it up, it should be the correct way in the bag. So if you want to go ahead and lift the sail again, and we'll go ahead and see if we got it right this time. Hold! Go!
The lines on this boat are so stiff and need to be changed. I cannot wait till we change these stiff lines. Is that hard to get through, Davis? It looks like a witch's hat.
I know.
Not sure we made a good choice with these colors. There's very limited selection without paying an extra. I think it's like $750 to get better colors in your logo. So we've had our first invitation over to another boat for dinner. So I made some Italian bread, and we are about to go over to have our first dinner. Kinda, I don't know, we don't exactly know how you do this yet. I know you bring your own drinks, like they're having steak and Caesar salad. So I'm like, well, I'll bring bread, like what else? I don't know. This is just a new experience for us.
What are you doing? Davis, are you going to try steak tonight?
No.
No? Why not? Okay.
Feel weird, but we're going to carry, we have chicken nuggets left for Davis, so until the chicken nuggets run out.
Dawn was 1 a.m. the time you noticed that they were gone.
So I got up this morning, and yesterday Davis and I had taken the bikes to the hardware store to get to change out some stuff and to get some more items from the hardware store. So this is how we get around now. We bike everywhere, or walk, or whatever, huh, buddy? And when we came back, it was late in the afternoon, so we parked the bikes here in the marina next to, we're rafted up to a boat, so it's parked on the dock next to the boat. They're folding bikes, so I had to fold one down, and I locked the bikes together, so you couldn't just pick one up and go. You couldn't just ride one off. And we went to dinner on a friend's boat last night, and I stayed out pretty late. Got home around 11:30, 12 o'clock, and the bikes were still there.
And Shannon's last words before Rob went to bed were, "Bring the bikes on the boat."
Don't remember that, but okay. So they were leaving at 8 o'clock this morning. Some friends of ours were leaving at 8 this morning, so I wanted to tell them goodbye. So I got up and I walked out, and the bikes were gone. So, my fault. I should have brought them back onto the boat, I suppose.
It is Monday morning and everyone's back to working on the boat. So now we're gonna end up having, we talked to Laurent and he said the biggest thing about our Watermaker, my biggest concern was our generator has got like 9,000 hours. So he said check the exhaust elbow. I'll put it right here. That may be incorrect. So anyway, the guys are here. It's Monday morning, 8:30. They've got the exhaust elbow. They're gonna put that in. May take like an hour of labor. So that way, is my biggest fear with our generator having so many hours is if that craps out on us, we can't make water. So I don't want to be in the middle of French Polynesia and we don't have a water source. So they're gonna go ahead and put that in the next hour.
The moorings uses a lot of corrosion protection, i.e. paint, on everything. And so what happened was they painted all this here, right? And on the underside over here that nobody can see until I pushed the panel out and stuck my phone down there and took a bunch of pictures. This whole area right here is corroded and seeping water from the elbow. So likely it had never been changed. So Just Cats is putting a brand new stainless steel elbow in, and we should be good to go.
Holy moly.
Look at that.
They tell me spray.
They spray painted it.
And that's the mixing elbow?
That's the mixing elbow for our generator.
So turn it over so let's see the other side.
The other side's pretty. Look at it.
So
Well, it was pretty.
the side you can see from the top looks like that, and then when you look at the bottom, it's all that corrosion.
Look at the inside.
Ew. So Rob just went and talked to Laurent about getting some more things done because since we came, we added on them wiring the solar charge controllers.
And running the wires from the solar panels over to the charge controllers.
And the mixing elbow for the generator.
However, we went over to some new friends of ours, Peter and Fiona's brand new 23
beautiful
45 Leopard.
45.
And they have, come here, they put 3 new pieces
Cabinets
of
in
cabinetry in.
That I've always wanted. I've seen it done on other boats. Wind Therapy did it. I think Alaluki did it. But basically to amend the cabinetry, which is the pantry over here and then the pantry under the seat, it's $1,200 per cabinet to do, which is honestly not bad for a custom cabinet to match the boat and it looked great, but we're just trying to add up.
We're trying to make sure it works in our budget.
Well, this trip was never in our budget originally, period, because Rob was going to install the batteries, the solar charge. He was going to do all this. So, well, anyway, this is already over budget. It was needed. So we're just trying to see in the budget, we're already here. Do you just spend the money and get it done? Or, I mean, my God, you could just keep upgrading and upgrading and upgrading. And at some point, you just have to say, no, let's go and let's go have fun and use that money to do adventures. So we just need to make a decision if we're going to do these extra cabinet these extra cabinet projects. So 1, 2, maybe 3. So $3,600 for custom cabinets, or
spend $3,600 on an island somewhere. Who knew? That's where we're at.
But good news is they should be finished with all of they're done with the generator stuff. That took like an hour and a half. They're wiring up the solar charge controllers and they're finishing the inverters. They should be done with all that tomorrow. But we have weather coming through that we're trying to watch before we can jump over to the Bahamas.
Whether or not we hang out here or go hang out on
So hang out here for $120 a day, or go hang out on Anchor for free.
With some friends. So we'll have some neighbor boats that we already know over there, so we might just go hang out.
So decisions need to be made.
In the midst of work here at Just Cats, I believe Rob is trying to pass a kidney stone. He's had stones before, and I think we may have another one. The new inverter is installed, and And I think when they come back from lunch, they're gonna work on the solar MPPT charge controllers. So hopefully this thing gets wrapped up today or tomorrow. The panel is all back together again, so I think we're close to nearing our project. Good morning. It is day 4 here at Just Catamarans. Well, if you don't count the weekend, it's day 4 of work. The workers are on their way back to the boat. Hopefully everything's gonna get finished today. Rob's still downstairs. Had another attack with a kidney stone last night, but we think it's getting a little bit better. Just trying to get him through that without having to go to the hospital. He's comfortable now. We've got some pain meds on board, and I've got some amazing stuff called Stone Breaker, which if you have kidney stones, you need, or gallstones, any sort of stones, you need to have that. We drew in that, apple cider vinegar, lemon, tons of water, and some tea that I don't know the name of, I'll put right here. But it's amazing for a kidney stone. So hopefully we'll get through that in the next 24, 48 hours. Since it's our last day at the dock, we are going to take advantage of this, and we are going to go run some final errands for boat parts and other miscellaneous random stuff that we need one last time. We've met Peter and Fiona that are across the dock from us on a Leopard 45. Thank you, Peter and Fiona, for letting us borrow your car today to go run these last minute errands. We are so greatly appreciative.
Thank you so much. We couldn't have done it without you guys.
Yeah, exactly. I just want to make sure.
What do you got there?
I got my last Publix cookie.
Your last Publix cookie. Yeah?
And one final stop at Walmart. We're gonna stop and pick up a bike we found on Marketplace to replace one of the 2 that were stolen. And then we'll be back to the boat. It'll be our final trip for picking up supplies and stuff.
So with everybody going in and out the boat, this locking mechanism actually broke today. And we took it apart and took a look at it and realized that there was a broken piece. There was a broken screw inside of the little grabber pincher box in here. Just happened to run into one of their other guys, and he asked me to just go up and possibly see if Leopard has one, because there is a Leopard office here. And lo and behold, yes, Leopard had exactly what we needed. So in about 25 minutes I was able to get the door reassembled and put back together, and now we have a proper locking and working mechanism once again. So the Blue Sea monitor, Tony said, was faulty because it was reading like 15 amps on the battery in the engine room. So they had a couple extra in the shop, brought one out to me. I swapped it out. Now we're reading the correct voltages on the batteries for the engine rooms and house battery. Thanks, Tony.
Tony's just explained everything. This is our last day on the dock here. So today we're trying to change the Watermaker membrane. What's on our list today?
Watermaker, drilling holes in the boat. 16 holes in the boat.
Parasailor, so we can have a downwind sail.
And that's it for today. But I mean, there's other lists, but I mean, that's probably going to take up the majority of the day today.
And Shannon really wants to wash the boat because being next to this airport, it gets and having all the workers on the boat, it's filthy, even though I just washed it a week ago.
With the airplanes flying above, the just crap coming down onto...
Horrible. So last night I washed the top and I washed the forward, and I get up this morning at 8 o'clock to get it done before it rains, and there's no water on the dock.
Somebody broke a pipe down on the dock, so they got to fix that. It's going to be a couple hours before we get the water back, and I'm going to make a run real quick because I found out I need other materials for this.
Thank God Peter and Fiona are letting us borrow their vehicle. Otherwise, Uber cost would be... We're incredibly thankful.
Thanks, guys. We so appreciate it. I'm down here in Davis's room. That's where the Watermaker is located. And I've begun the disassembly of the membrane here. I've removed all the hoses that attach to the membrane. And I am going to go ahead and disconnect the membrane housing from the frame housing of the Watermaker itself and remove that so we can bring it up on deck and remove the membrane from the housing and get it replaced. Membrane is out. It's dirty. We'll fix that, but we can begin the repair and replacement of the membrane inside.
And pray that's what our problem is.
Hopefully.
It smells fishy.
I know it stinks.
This?
The membrane stinks.
Why do you think it stinks?
I have no idea.
Huh?
Maybe it's been used.
Maybe it's been used.
Ew.
So, oh. Come on, Slick. Need some help?
Yeah.
All right, you pull. Ready? Pull. There it is.
So, little update. We are finished with all of our work here at Just Catamarans, but the weather is blowing. What's it blowing?
30 miles an hour.
Like 30 knots. So we have decided we're just going to pay to stay here for over the weekend because they have space available for us, and we're going to leave out of here Monday morning, 7:30, 8 a.m.
Early.
So this weekend,
We got some projects.
we've got more projects to finish. So hopefully we'll be able to utilize this time and get these projects done, and then it's looking like we're going to be able to cross over to the Bahamas hopefully on Tuesday. So on Halloween we should be able to do that. So we'll see what we get done this weekend.
Woo, I just drilled a huge hole in the boat. But we're gonna have a saltwater freshwater wash down. This is gonna fit just like that. I just drilled another hole in the boat. I've got 15 more holes to go today. We are mounting hardware for our Parasailor. So we got 4 pad eyes to install. Each one has 4 bolts that need to get drilled out. All right, what are you doing, Davis?
I am about to drill a hole in the boat.
So the next step is to, I guess, bed the so Laurent at Just Cats told us to use this, and we put a bunch of that, and then Rob got down there and tightened it, so those are now secure.
I am whipping the ends of the old spinnaker line and a new spinnaker line together so we can bring it through the mast and bring it down to the helm station, and we'll have new line. So we just got finished rigging the Parasailor. I had to change out the dynamo loop at the top. I couldn't find the one that came with it, which was a huge one, and I put a medium-sized one, but I wanted to put the huge one back, so we did that. And now I'm getting ready to put the Parasailor away, and they recommend spraying the donut on the sock here on the inside, a silicone spray to help it slide up and down the sail so it doesn't eat the fabric away, and hopefully it lasts a lot longer.